It's like 7:15 in the morning, and Kay found some bar stools on Craigslist that she had to run out and get. She's all excited, which means the boys have taken over the kitchen. What will happen?
Pancakes.
Will we survive this experiment? Boys making breakfast? I think so. We got this. My son is the baker of the boys. I'm gonna be focused on making bacon. What are you making?
Pancakes.
You'll notice he has his own pancake recipe. We blur it so they don't see your secret recipe? No?
Fine if I see.
He'll share his recipe with
It's
you.
already kind of.
One TSP, so 3 of these and then 1 of those. You got that?
Okay, 3 of these.
We get asked a lot of times what we do for homeschool. This is a perfect example of what we do for homeschool. We find what the kids are naturally already interested in, and then we teach them basic concepts through their interest. So, yeah, you know what to do. All right. So essentially, if you've ever heard of unschooling, it's very much unschooling. Ooh, double. That's fancy. My son has already an interest and a love for baking. He gets that from his mom. And so he's very interested in baking. He makes crepes, he's made muffins before, and he can do this entire recipe. He can cook us breakfast in bed if we wanted to. We light the fire for him, but everything else he can do himself.
I light the fire for myself now, Daddy.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. He knows how to light the fire. What do you got, bud? What's this? Is that coffee? Cough, cough. Is that coffee?
This is a farm fresh egg. It's one of my eggs. There will be a bunch of farm fresh ingredients in this. On maple syrup day, we will surely make more pancakes.
I love this. At 7 years old, I couldn't make a Hot Pocket. And at 7 years old, my son knows how to work an immersion blender, which, for the record, I actually still don't know how to work an immersion blender, so.
One of these scoops is the right size to scoop our pancake batter and put it in there. Mommy's pancake yesterday was huge, even though she used a giant. And one of the worst.
Watery.
One of the others.
Which cup did you use for flour?
I don't really remember.
Let me see, I can check your video.
Well, first pancake. Failure. Yes, I'm just gonna have to eat that one.
That's one of the big reasons right there why we homeschool. In public school, I remember, because I went to public school, failure was not an option, right? Failure was the bad thing. If you got an F on your report card, you were petrified to tell your parents, and it meant that you were less of a person, and you had quizzes and you couldn't get wrong answers on your quizzes. You developed this fear of failure. And in reality, if you're gonna do anything awesome in life, you're going to fail, right? Starting your own business, you're gonna fail. Starting a homestead, you're gonna make mistakes all the time. So you have to, as a child, get used to the idea that failure is okay. You can mess up a pancake. It's no big deal. We can make sure that our kids are not petrified of failure, that they understand failure is part of life. You're gonna make mistakes. Looks like maybe we got the recipe a little wrong. Maybe we were too focused on making a video and not enough focused on our recipe. But that's all right. The pancakes will be edible. One of the benefits to videotaping your morning breakfast making is when something doesn't turn out right, you can review the footage and figure out what you did wrong. And when my son was doing the flour, I came over and started distracting him.
I'm gonna be focused on making bacon. What are you making?
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
And so he only put in the half a cup of flour. He didn't put the other whole cup. So we're adding that now. This next pancake will be much less runny and hopefully much more delicious.
Now that is a proper pancake. And that we solved 2 of our problems, the pancakes are good to go.
That looks like a pancake. Look at that. Nice job. While my son is busy baking our pancakes, we're gonna talk bacon, and I wanna show you an easy way to make bacon. It's like, you can't mess this up, and it cooks bacon perfect every time. Before we show you how to cook the bacon, I wanna show you the bacon, because this bacon is special. I have two types of bacon on this platter here. I have 4-pepper bacon, and I have jowl bacon. Both of these bacons were from pigs that we raised in our own backyard. We know the quality of feed went into them. We know how nice of a life that they had. You can't buy that at the supermarket. This is just, it's something you can't buy. But you can raise it yourself, and it's not too hard. You check out that playlist right there. Everything you need to know about raising pigs, you can learn from that playlist. No, don't touch. This bacon is a 4-pepper bacon. It's been cured, but it's been cured with no nitrites added. And in the curing process, the smokehouse we use, which is just about 40 minutes away, they put 4 different types of peppercorns on the bacon itself, and it just makes this amazing, wonderful flavored bacon. You can also see how beautifully marbled this stuff is. That's just from a good quality pig. Good quality pig fed a good quality feed. You get that beautiful marbling, and it makes amazing bacon. Now this next bacon is a really special treat. The next kind right here is jowl bacon. You'll notice it looks a little bit different. Generally, jowl bacon will be a little bit fattier than the regular bacon from the belly. Jowl bacon comes from that right there, them big cheeks. I'd probably have some nice jowl bacon. That was a weird cannibalism tangent. Jowl bacon has a very distinct flavor. It's almost like a little bit more sweet, with a different texture too. It's got a bit more chew to it. I think it's wonderful. It's kind of like a delicacy that generally you can't find jowl bacon at the supermarket, but when you raise your own pigs, ask your butcher, say I want the jowls turned into bacon. They cut the jowls, they're already marbled just like bacon with the fat and the meat. Then you smoke those, and it's just awesome. Oh, I told you this bacon is special. Oh. We got what we're gonna cook in here, our baking tray. We're gonna put our cooling rack, or whatever you call that guy, right on top. And then we're just gonna place our bacon. Here's our jowl bacon. And then here's our 4-pepper bacon. We're gonna place those on this drying rack. The reason you do this, the bacon, if you just put it in like a cooking tray, and as it heats up, it renders out its bacon grease, and then it starts to cook in the bacon grease, and that can get hot fast and it can burn it. So if you put it on that cooling rack there, the fat will be rendered out and it will land in this tray here. The tin foil, aluminum foil, will catch it so it's not a huge mess to clean up later, and these will be rendering out fat and then cooking just perfectly. I will put this in the oven at 430 for about 19 minutes, and I won't check it at all. Now, you'll have to figure out with your own oven, it might be a little bit different, but once you figure this out, every time you can do this, pop it in, set the timer, pull it out, and it'll be perfect bacon. So let's put it in the oven. Alright, I got my timer set, and now my bacon's gonna cook perfect bacon. I'll just, when I hear that buzzer, pull it out and it'll be nice. I like it right in the perfect middle. I don't like too crispy and I don't like too floppy. Kind of like a Goldilocks with my bacon. But that's ready to go. I actually learned this method of cooking bacon, kind of like easy, flawless, perfect bacon every time, from my friend Trish at Honey Pies Recipes. And right now she's releasing a breakfast series, a daily video. So go check that out. Click on that link right there, and that'll take you to her breakfast playlist. You can see pancakes, you can see eggs, you can see bacon, all cooked just right. I've learned a ton from Trish, and if you like to cook, you can learn a lot from her. She was a culinary instructor for like 10 years at NYU, and she's got a wealth of knowledge, so go check Trish out.
Winner. I think these are my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
Yep, I think I like those better.
Okay.
Well, it had to happen, right? Sorry, baby. Just making pancakes. Woke my daughter up. The boys couldn't cook breakfast and not set at least one fire alarm off. Alright, you're gonna finish that up, right, bud?
This is my last batch.
Let me work here. Our bacon just finished. And you can see it's come out of the oven. Just perfect. So I prefer to have, that's just perfect. I prefer to have bacon that's kind of crispy at the edges but floppy in the middle. You can see the peppercorns are, they're actually dark. If it looks like this is burnt, it's not burnt. The peppercorns are just dark, so it looks like there's a little bit more darkness to this slice. But,
I heard that crunch.
oh my goodness, that is perfect. It's fantastic. Now we try a piece of the jowl bacon. The jowl bacon I find does well if it's cooked a little bit more. It starts to render out enough fat where you get almost like, it almost is like a pork rind, but in bacon form. There's a bit of a sweeter flavor to that, and its texture, it's a little bit, there's just more to bite on and gnaw on. And I don't know if that translates as yummy in this camera. I'm not, but it is. So trust me when I say jowl bacon. Raised pigs just for the fact that you can ask for jowl bacon. Did you hear that crunch? Okay, ready? Listen to the crunch. So good. Time for breakfast. Well done, dude.
Thanks.
If you don't want to miss any of our videos, sign up to our email list. YouTube doesn't share all our videos with all our subscribers, but every Friday I'll send out an email to you so you can choose what you want to watch and not the computer algorithm. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video.